Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Comic Drill, the only YouTube channel where you've got usually two dentists sitting around talking about comics, but today you only have one. I'm your host, Scott. Keith's not here today. Hopefully he'll be back on the next episode, but just want to do a short video of what I've picked up the last few weeks and show you what I've got. So let's get started. The first issue is Marvel Comics Presents number 72. This is the first storyline talking about the Weapon X program, which is the program that created Sabretooth and Deadpool, and they also gave Wolverine his adamantium claws. A lot of spec on this book because of the X-Men joining the MCU movie universe, and there's some thoughts that they will use a lot of points in this storyline in the movies. So hopefully this will catch some steam going on. Second one is Star Wars Kanan the Last Padawan #1. There's also a lot of spec on this book, possibly some of these characters appearing in on Disney Plus. These are the characters that you know from the Star Wars Rebels cartoon, and again, a lot of speculation that some of these characters will appear in live action on Disney Plus sometime soon. I also have, this is from the 2009 Star Wars The Clone Wars series. This is a very low print run series, and the first issue is the one that has the first appearance of Ahsoka Tano that's really expensive. And on a previous video, I showed I had a 9.6 in the variant of that. So that's the hard one to get. But all of these are really hard to get in really mint condition because it was such a low print run. And this one is issue 4. This is issue 5. Issue 6, I believe this is either the third or the fourth appearance of Ahsoka Tano. Issue 6. Issue 8. This is the first appearance of a Commander Cody in comics. So that's issue 6. All those were in, I got a great deal on those from a guy, and they were all in mint condition. Next, I picked up some Todd McFarlane goodness here. Issue 298 of Amazing Spider-Man and 299, and I believe this was the cameo of Eddie Brock Venom. His first appearance was, of course, in Amazing Spider-Man 300. These are in really good condition too. I would say near mint. I picked up another copy. I've got a couple copies already, but another copy of Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 16. This is the first appearance of the new Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. She actually made an appearance in the Captain Marvel movie. She was the little kid who was the daughter of Captain Marvel's best friend that was also a fighter pilot. A lot of rumor that she's going to appear in WandaVision and then eventually in the MCU, maybe in Captain Marvel 2. But that's her first appearance. That's just a special, Captain Marvel giant size special. And this was Avengers Unplugged number 5. And she ended up changing her name to Photon. And this was the first time that she referred to herself as Photon. Another spec book is X-Men Adventures #1. This is a comic based on the 1990s X-Men, the animated series cartoon. There's been talk that they're going to bring that cartoon back. So this was the first issue of that. The New Avengers Illuminati #1. Another lot of talk about this possibly being in the MCU movie universe at some point, this group of characters. So I picked that up. Wonder Woman number 759, the first appearance of a new villain called Liar Liar, where she is actually the daughter of Maxwell Lord from the old Justice League comic book. So pick that up. Secret Invasion #1. This is the variant issue. A lot of talk about the Secret Invasion storyline being a part of the next phase of the MCU. So I picked that up. 2 copies of Batman Gotham Adventures. If you saw one of my previous videos, I've been trying to complete my run of that, and these were 2 more I needed. That was number 40, number 41. We also have issue #1 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures. Now, this book right now is really, really hot. There's a lot of focus on the Turtles for some reason now. You know, I was never really into them. I watched the cartoon. I never got into collecting the action figures or the movies. But this is the first appearance of Rocksteady and Bebop. They're a couple of their enemies. And I believe it was also the first time they were differentiated by the color of their mask. But this book is really, really, really sought after right now. And I was also able to get, with that same issue, I got issue #2. But #1 is definitely the one to get. We also have 2 copies of the first appearance of Static. This is a character that there's been a lot of rumors that he's getting his own movie. The actor who plays, I believe it's Michael B. Jordan, who played Creed in the movie Creed, and he was also in Black Panther, a lot of other movies. He's attached to this. I don't believe as Static, but I think he's maybe a producer. But picked up a couple of copies of this. Picked up the regular issue and the variant cover of Far Sector #1. There is an HBO Max movie coming, or HBO Max TV show coming out next year, which focuses on the lesser known Green Lanterns. And at one point, the thought was they were going to feature this character, but I think that's been they're saying that they're not going to use this character, at least not from the get-go. But picked up a couple copies of those. This is the first appearance of Cassidy Lang, which is the daughter of Scott Lang, Ant-Man. It's her first appearance as Stature, which she uses. She uses, I don't know if it's his same type of chemicals to grow, but she becomes a superhero in this Young Avengers #6. And there's a lot of talk that Young Avengers are also going to be in the MCU, so you never know. Also picked up this mini-series, The Vision. I just had never read it. Issue 1, Issue 2, Issue 3, and Issue 4. Picked up annual #3 of Tales of the Green Lantern Corps. Really no reason, just because it had a great cover, and it's also got some art from my favorite artists, John Byrne and Alan Moore and Jose Garcia Lopez. A few more books that there's been talk about the MCU. Ultimatum #1 with Fantastic Four. Dark Avengers #1. That's Norman Osborn as the Iron Patriot. It's a cool Galactus cover. The Ultimates #2. This is a Walmart pack of comics. They do variant covers, and Miles Morales is like one of the hottest characters right now. So Walmart had a variant Champions #1 cover. I picked that up. Also picked up in the dollar bin of my local comic shop, New Teen Titans Annual #2, with the first appearance of Vigilante, the Adrian Chase Vigilante. He is confirmed to be on a new show on HBO Max called Peacemaker. John Cena's playing Peacemaker. he's going to be in the new Suicide Squad movie, and then they're spinning off Peacemaker in his own show. And Vigilante is DC's version of the Punisher. He district attorney, his family gets murdered, and he decides to get revenge on their deaths. So he's DC's versions of the Punisher. But this was one of my favorite characters from the 80s, Vigilante. So I'm looking forward to that show. I also picked up volume 2 of the Star Wars Epic Collection, volume 3, and volume 4. Still on the lookout for volume 1. But these, they reprint the Marvel Star Wars issues from the 70s and 80s. They reprint all these issues. And they're hard to find, so I figured I'd just buy them in trade. Now, I'm going to give you guys maybe a little preview of what our next episode may be about. And that is the Kingpin and Daredevil. We're going to maybe focus on those characters for our next episode. And big shout out to my boy Derek, because he loves the Kingpin. Wow. All right, well, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button so you know when we got new episodes of the Comic Drill coming out. Hope you guys will be here for the next episode, which will probably not be till after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone out there has a good Thanksgiving. And remember, floss your teeth, you freaks. Later. Wah.